Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about all the months of the year in Thailand and the different characteristics of each month. In other words, what can you expect whenever you come here to Thailand, depending on what month it is. And since it's January 1st, we're going to start with January. So this time of year, the weather is phenomenal. There's very little rain, so outdoor activities like what I'm doing now, just taking a nice walk here in Chiang Rai, it's great. It's not too hot at all. As a matter of fact, at night, it's even a little cool. So this is a great time of year to come. However, there are some cons to coming this time of year, and that is everybody else is coming this time of year to avoid Thailand during the hotter months, which means that there's a lot of tourists, which means that the prices go up on everything in January. But by far, if you can get here in January, this is a month you definitely want to be here, and you can enjoy, like we did last night, the New Year's Eve festival here. There's lots of fireworks. The Thais love their fireworks. There's just a lot going on everywhere. Next, we're going to talk about February. February is a great month. All the characteristics of January, except for a few things. It's starting to warm up by then, and you start to get the early onset of the smoky season, which means we're going to get to the full-blown out smoky season here in a minute. But that means that you're not going to be able to see as clearly far in the distance. There'll be days where the mountains are a little bit hard to see. So if you're somebody that has severe breathing allergies or something like that, this is the month that all of that kind of stuff starts. So just to give you a little heads up there. Okay, the next one being March. Horrible time to be here in Thailand. Smoky season is very high, which means that you're going to have severe smoky weather. Here's a look at what the day is in Chiang Mai without the smoky season, and here's what it looks like when the smoky season hits. And this is every day, unfortunately, and this is one of the hottest months of the year. So if you're trying to get out of the heat, you're not going to do it in the month of March. You're going to burn up. This is not the high season. So the good news about this time of the year is that the prices will be relatively low on most things because all the tourists are not here in Thailand for the reasons we just went over. So if March didn't sound bad enough, we come into April. April is one of the most miserable times of year. So just keep that in mind. Smoke, we got it. Hot weather, absolutely. Any rain? Nope. Dry as toast. A lot of things are just brown. They're not green. So you're not going to get the beautiful jungle feel here. It's just going to be kind of hot and miserable. However, that is the month. It's usually, I think, April 13th through the 15th is the big water festival that happens every year. So yes, it still draws in a lot of tourism. So right around the time frame I just gave you, plus or minus a week or two, that's going to be an expensive time to be here because a lot of tourists are coming here for that big water festival. So keep that in mind. However, I am going to say it's miserable here, it's smoky here, and if you can, that is a month to avoid. So May comes along and it's still hot. However, the rain starts to happen. With the rain, it kills all of the fires that are going on and all the fields, which is starting to kill the smoke. So that's when we get a relief from the smoky season is in May. So if you're going to teeter between April and May, please pick May. You'll enjoy it a lot more. Still hot, a little bit of rain. Weather, like it's going to be not bad. You can do a lot of outdoor activities. May would be a decent time to be here in Thailand. Just going to be on the little warm side. Next comes June. Here comes the rainy season. Now don't worry, when we say rainy season, it doesn't mean it's raining every day. It means that's the time of year where we will get rain. Good news is clear, beautiful skies, and you're also going to have plenty of beautiful foliage to look at because everything's just going to be beautiful. If you're doing anything that involves rivers or waterfalls, those are going to be absolutely amazing. Yes, it rains, but big deal. Go inside, enjoy Thailand. from the inside or undercover somewhere. You don't always have to be outside. I love the rainy season. The rain that you get here in Thailand is amazing. Now, yes, you can have flooding. That's a thing that does happen here. Hope that doesn't happen to you. So just keep that in mind that there could be occasional flooding. Now, July, we're going to go real quick through because it's pretty much just like June. You still got the rain, everything we just went over. It's pretty much a carbon copy of the month before. Still a great time to be here. Prices will be low on everything because the tourists usually are not here during the rainy season. But like I said, it is a good, relaxing time to be here in Thailand. Now, if you do plan on being here in August, hold on tight because that is going to be the super rainy time of the year. That is when there is rain almost every day. Not all day, but every day. It gets quite annoying, especially if you're riding on a motorcycle everywhere you go. But just keep in mind that if you're wanting to do a lot of outdoor activity, a lot of beach things, that wouldn't be the month to do it. So if the beach is your thing, you might want to avoid August. Definitely. If that's not your thing, you're not worried about that, you're trying not to get sun on your skin, that kind of thing, come on, August is going to be a good cheap month because the tourists aren't here either. September is pretty much a carbon copy of August, still going to be pouring rain, 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 rain. So everything I just said for the previous month, just put it there for September as well. Kind of a miserable month because it's at that point, you're just totally sick of the rain and want it to end. And it doesn't end for a while until we get to our next month, which is October. October has been very wet the last couple of years, but there are days that it is dry. You can go 2, 3, 4 days with no rain, which makes it nice. The weather's getting a little bit cooler at that time, so that's kind of a nice change that you're going to get for that month. But October is just one of those transitional months where it could rain just a little, it could rain just a lot and just ruin everything. You just never know about October. Next, we get into November. Now here come the tourists. That's when they're all going to be here. That's when the prices are going to go up on everything. And that's when you're going to have big crowds to deal with, all that fun stuff. November, why November? Because it's the start of the cooler season and it rains just a little bit, not much at all, maybe 3 times in the whole month, depending on where you're at, depending on the year. It doesn't rain that much in November. So it's one of the best times of the year to be here in Thailand. So if you're going to pick a month to be here, November would be a very good one to pick. Now going into December, which we just ended yesterday, December is a very cool time. The weather's nice and cool here. It's again going to be a peak tourist season time. So you're going to have lots of tourists, high prices, but you're not going to get any rain for the most part, and you're going to enjoy a lot cooler weather. Now, it is cool enough to where the water here, if you plan on getting in the water, is going to be cold. Now, depending on, I guess that depends on where you're from. You live here long enough, and that water feels like it's absolutely freezing. But just know that in December, the water, like the pool, it feels a little cold. So those are the months of the year, and I hope this is helpful to you, and I hope you're scheduling your trip to Thailand at the month that you're going to have the most fun here. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you feel so inclined, buy us a coffee. We'd really appreciate it, and subscribe. We'd love to have you on the channel. So thank you for watching, and I'm going to say thank you in Thai, which is Khap Khun Khap.